This video and all content on this channel is performed by a pest control professional, and it is always recommended to hire a pest control pro in your area to perform any pest control in or outside your home. Pesticides can harm you and your loved ones. Anyone who is performing the information in this video is doing so at their own risk. If you decide to try the info provided in this video, please always check with the local laws in your area and read the labels of any product you use. The label is the law. Hey everybody, this is Jason Akers again with Green Acres Pest Control, and today we're going to talk about one of the most costly mistakes people take when dealing with bed bugs. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to the channel. We're going to talk about the differences between bird mites and bed bugs. Both of these creatures can cause irritation, bug bites to your skin. Bird mites will bite you, and bed bugs will bite you. You will get bug bites from these critters. Both of these bugs can bite you. They can leave marks on your skin, and they can make you feel like you have bed bugs. Especially if you have bird mites. You can assume that you have bed bugs even though you may not. That's why I said it's a costly mistake to make, because if you're treating your house for bed bugs without bird mites in mind, you may still get bites and not get rid of your problem. With the sudden surge in bedbug problems, people a lot of times when they get bit, they just assume right off the bat they have bed bugs. This can cause a lot of social anxiety. You're afraid to have your friends and family over because you're afraid you might spread bed bugs to them, and you may not have bed bugs at all. People just right out assume, I'm getting bit at night. I woke up this morning, I've got a new bug bite. Oh, I must have bed bugs. That's not always the case. Especially if you're doing searches through Google, you're doing AI, you're taking pictures of your bug bites, you're posting them on the internet for other people to diagnose. Maybe you're going to a professional dermatologist and they're trying to claim, oh yes, I've seen these bites before, you must have bed bugs. One thing I try to explain to people being in this profession is that you cannot diagnose a bug based on a bite alone. You need to have proof you've got these bugs in your house. So let's talk about what are bird mites. Bird mites are typically spread by birds, pigeons, poultry mites. These are bugs that come in the house. They're super, super teeny tiny bugs. They're about the size of a pinprick. You can see them. They're not like scabies or other types of mites that aren't visible. You can see them. A lot of times it's very difficult to see them unless they crawl across a surface of contrast color. For example, a lot of bird mites are gray in color, maybe even pale whitish color. And if they don't crawl over a dark surface, you may not be able to see them very well at all. You just wake up in the morning and you've got bites on yourself. One thing you need to do to prove whether or not you have bird mites or not is go around your outside of your house and look for signs of birds. Do you have sticks in your gutters? Do you have a lot of trash around the roof line of your house causing maybe a place for birds to want to roost? Maybe they're making a nest in your chimney. That happens. Go out and look at your chimney. Do you see birds flying in and out of your chimney? Do you see birds roosting inside your gutters? Do you hear birds at night on your house? Sometimes this is a sign that you have bird mites. Look around the spot where the bird nest is. Do you see those little teeny tiny dots moving around the wall? Those are bird mites. Now, what happens, and the reason bird mites bite people, is because birds don't stay around. They fly, they migrate, they move from one place to another, and they're not a constant food source. So what happens is when the birds leave, they fly away, the bird mites are still there. So they will wander into the house because they're so small, they can fit in pretty much anywhere, even around screening. And, you can't really exclude them. You can't put in caulking. You can't, you can't expect to be able to seal out a bug that is so tiny like a bird mite. They just come in, and then when they find that, oh, there's a constant food source here, I can bite this person and live here, they do. And so they live in your house and they'll bite you instead of the birds. There is some evidence that shows that bird mites will not infest your house, because they prefer to feed on birds, but that's not necessarily true. There are some breeds of bird mite that can live in and around your home. So how do bird mites differ from bed bugs? How can you tell them apart? So bird mites are quite a bit smaller than bed bugs. Even the smallest bed bug, the baby bed bug, when it just is hatched out of an egg, is bigger than a bird mite. An adult bed bug is about the size of an apple seed. They will hide in your mattress, around your baseboards, around outlet covers, around picture frames. They will live in your couches and your lazy boy recliners. They will leave casings behind because bed bugs shed their skin. So they will leave their little casings behind them. So you can find that. You can find blood spots and fecal stains on your sheets or around the corners of your mattresses and your box springs. This is a sign that you have bed bugs. When bird mites are present, you don't have any of those signs. Bird mites are extremely tiny. They often appear as little tiny, teeny, tiny specks moving around inside your house. They're usually found near windows, around ceilings, like ceilings, around your walls, and near bird nesting sites. So like I said, if you're finding them outside where birds are roosting, maybe on your soffits or around your attics and places like that, then you know you have bird mites. Bed bugs can be extremely costly to get rid of. If you're purchasing, let's say, a heat treatment from somebody, you could spend up to thousands of dollars to get rid of a bed bug infestation. If you're insisting that you have a bed bug problem, but you actually have a bird mite problem, the heat treatment will not eliminate the bird mites. You'll pay for extermination. The exterminator will come out. They will treat your house, possibly heat treat your house. You spend thousands of dollars getting this treatment, and it isn't effective. So you believe, oh no, I'm going to be stuck with these bed bugs forever, and I can't even see them. So do you understand why you can spend thousands of dollars on a bed bug treatment that you don't even need? So with me being on YouTube, I get a lot of comments stating that, oh, I've been treating for bed bugs for 6 months. I can't find a single bug, but I keep getting bit. I just know I have them. And I asked them, I said, I'm in my comment section. You can go through the comment sections of my videos and you can find these comments where I said, well, if you can't find bed bugs, you haven't seen a bed bug, you don't see any signs of bed bugs, but you're still getting bit, well, it must be something else biting you. It must not be a bed bug. So treating for bird mites is quite a bit cheaper than treating for bed bugs. You could actually, honestly, you could probably treat your own house for bird mites and get rid of the problem and be out just a couple $100s rather than spending thousands of dollars for a bed bug extermination that you never needed. So signs that you have bird mites instead of bed bugs. Because I do get calls from people that believe they have bird mites, but they don't have bird mites either because they've treated for them and the bites continue to happen. So signs that you have bird mites. Do you have birds roosting on your house? Do you have birds near your house? By near, I mean within 10 feet. Let's say chickens. Do you have chickens? Do you have pet chickens? Do they live really close in proximity to your house? Do you have your chicken coop right off the side of your house? That will bring bird mites into the house. Do you have fecal spotting? Do you have shed skins around your mattress? Have you found bed bugs in your house? If you haven't found bed bugs, you probably don't have bed bugs. It's probably something else. Bird mites could be the issue. You need to perform a thorough inspection. You need to look for bird nesting activity. You need to collect the bugs. Send them off to entomologists. I know Virginia Tech does it. They will identify your bug if you send them a bug, and they will call you and tell you what it is. There are other universities around the United States that will do the same thing. You need to find whatever bug is biting you so you can figure out how to get rid of that bug problem. Not all pesticides are the same. So if I go into a house and I'm treating a home for bed bugs, but they have bird mites, the pesticide that I use for bed bugs, it's for bed bugs. It's not for bird mites. So the bird mites will still live and the bed bugs will die. So if they don't have bed bugs, well, that's just money and time wasted. I had a customer one time who had an exterminator come in. She thought she had bed bugs, and she actually did have bird mites. The exterminator charged her $1,700 to spray, not a heat treatment, just to spray. He came in, he treated her mattresses, her box springs, he treated her baseboards, he treated her couch, her love seat, lazy boy, all the furniture in her house. She had a pretty big house, about a 4-bedroom house, and charged her, like I said, $1,700. 3 days later, she still had the bird mites in her house. A month later, she still had the bird mites in her house. He had come out and done a retreat, insisting she had bed bugs. She didn't have bed bugs. She had bird mites. She called me. I went to her house. I looked around her windows. I found active bird mites. I treated her house for bird mites. She's so happy. But she was out $1,700 paying an exterminator that didn't really know what they were looking for. A lot of exterminators are not versed in bird mites. A lot of exterminators do not know what they look like, do not know what they're even looking for. Maybe they're just not experienced with them. But I have noticed in my field that a lot of people just don't know what they are and don't know what they look like. So if you're having a problem where you're getting bit at night, and you've had somebody come out and look your house over and say that you have bed bugs, but they can't find any signs of bed bugs, they can't find any casings, they can't find any fecal staining, they can't find any signs that you have bed bugs, then you might want a second opinion. Call and get 2 or 3 or 4 opinions from different exterminators. Have them come to your house. Have them look. Sometimes it's valuable to get a bed bug dog to come in and search and see if they can find and trigger on, maybe it's a spot that the bed bugs are hiding so well that the exterminator can't find them. It happens sometimes. Bed bugs are sneaky. They can hide in places that you wouldn't think to look. So get second, third, fourth opinions. If you end up having bed bugs, I do have videos. I'm going to post one right now. You can go and check it out. Watch me get rid of bed bugs in this house. And if you want to understand bird mites more, I also have another video I will also post here about getting rid of bird mites. Y'all have a great day. I appreciate it. If you like, be sure to like the video, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you later. Thanks a lot. Y'all have a great day.